Beautiful people. Beautiful people. What is up, everybody? Wonder Bro here. I know I've been gone for a few days. Alright? I know. I know I've been gone for a few days. I'm back. I'm back. Needed to recharge my batteries. Spent some time with my lady friend for the past few days, alright? But we're here. We're here. And I missed you guys. How has everybody been? Style Alert says first. You did get first. Congrats. Mint says, am I first this time? Almost. You missed it by like half a second. Almost. Sanchez, what's up, dude? Welcome, Sanchez. How you doing? I missed you guys. How's everybody been? So today we're going to be talking about the best way to look at your anxious thoughts and feelings. So really what we're going to be doing today is discussing a mindset. That is what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be discussing a mindset, the best way to look at anxious thoughts and feelings. Hey, what's up, big man? How you doing, dude? Yo, what's up, Wonder Bro? Snap, lady friend. What's up, PJ? It's been a minute. How you been? Hey, I hope everyone is well. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. How's Wonder Girl? Will we get to meet her? One day, I'm sure. One day. She's doing good. She's at work right now. Looks like I'm first. Haha. I guess this is what Ghost we're talking about. Yeah, like it's insane. I don't know. I don't know. See, the YouTube notifications. I feel like they're not on time for everyone equally. Does that make sense? I feel like notifications for the live streams hit devices at different times. So it's like I don't know how that works, but we'll see. Actually, we probably won't see. We'll never figure that one out. So. Kay says first. See, I don't know if she's just making a joke or if they actually believe they're first, but they're actually like 10th. So yeah, I don't know how to YouTube the YouTube notifications work. Let's see. We did notify the Discord, right? Okay, yeah, we notified the Discord. We're good. We're good. All right, chat is already filling up. I don't know, these afternoon streams seem to be working out. They seem to be working out. I think we found like our perfect time here. I really do. I think we found our perfect time. So the live chat must look different for different people. I don't know about that. I think the chat is pretty accurate. But as far as like getting the notifications, the actual notifications for the stream, I feel like they hit different devices at different times, right? Like we've got people that'll join the stream an hour late and be like, I just got notified. So I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. So let's see. Let's see. Where are we sitting? Chat's already filling up, man. We don't have to wait long today. I feel like we can go ahead and get started. I feel like we can go ahead and get started. All right, guys. All right, let's do this. The best way to look at anxious thoughts and feelings. Go ahead, get rid of that. Right there. What are your thoughts about SSRIs? I can't talk about it. Can't speak about it. That's going to have to be left up to you and your doctor. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really give any sort of advice on that sort of thing. All I can say is that I personally didn't go that route. That's all I can say. So let's go ahead and let's get this stream started, guys. Gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. Owen, holy shit, dude. Hold on. Owen coming through with the $25 tip says it's been a long time. Just wanted to say thank you for how much you have helped me. Thanks, Owen. Hey, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Already putting us at 25 today. Give a round of applause in the chat real quick from my boy Owen. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate the shit out of that. Thank you. All right, guys. All right. Let's do this. Hey, shout out to you again, Owen. Thank you so much, dude. The best way to look at anxious thoughts and feelings. So today we're going to be basically talking about a mindset, right? So when you have these anxious thoughts, you have these anxious feelings, you've been watching good old Wonder Bro for a while, you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that acceptance is the key, you know you got to break out of the cycle at some point, you know if you start worrying about these thoughts and worrying about these feelings, you are just going to keep the nerves stressed, right? You know that if you keep worrying about these thoughts, worrying about these feelings, you are just going to activate the stress response. You are just going to keep your nerves tired. You know all this, right? But but when you are in the heat of the moment and you've got all these anxious symptoms going on. You've got all these intrusive thoughts going on. They feel real, man. They're hitting hard. I know how that feels. You know what you got to do. How can you get yourself into that mindset? How can you get yourself to a point where you're like, okay, I know what I got to do, and now I'm doing it. Not going to add the worry, aka the second fear, to these thoughts and feelings, these anxious thoughts and feelings. Just going to live my life, whatever that consists of. Right? Whatever that consists of, just going to live my life instead of laying around obsessing about it. I know what I got to do. How do I get myself into that mindset? Well, here's how you can start to look at your anxious thoughts and feelings. Here's a good little reminder for you, right? It's already happening. What good is resistance? Take a second to take that in, chat. It's already happening. What good is resistance? What is resistance? It is the mental, I don't want to feel this. This is bad. How do I change this? What do I do about this? Don't like that thought. Don't like this feeling. All that useless blah blah. All that useless second fear. All that useless worry that you start to do right up here in your head. Right? When you get these anxious thoughts and feelings, all this crap you start to do right up here in your head, which keeps the cycle alive, which keeps the stress response activated, which keeps yourself triggered. Right? All of this mental blah blah that's keeping your brain on high alert. You need to come to a point where you can take a look in the mirror and you can honestly take a step back and say, it's already happening. What good is resistance? That thought that I don't like, that intrusive negative thought that triggers me, it's already happening. I can't go back in time and erase that. I can't go back in time and say, I don't want to have that thought. These anxious feelings that you feel, right? You can't go back in time and say, don't come. You can't go back in time and say, give me a break. You can't go back in time and say, I don't want to feel this, right? Because you already feel it. You already feel the feelings. You're already having the thoughts. Before you know it, they're already happening. There's nothing you can do about it. Some people hear that and they say, well, that's horrible. That's just the worst news that I've had. No, it's not bad news. It's good news once you make that realization that there's nothing you can do about it. At that point, all of the mental blah blah that you're trying to do is just adding to the problem. It's what's keeping you in the cycle. You need to be able to take a step back and say, it's already happening. These feelings are already happening. This is my reality in the moment. These feelings are already here. These thoughts are already coming. There's nothing I can do about it. It's already happening. What good does resistance do me here? Because here's the thing, right? You get so caught up in trying to fight with these thoughts and feelings, but they're already there. You get so caught up in trying to fight with these thoughts and feelings, but they're already happening. You get so caught up and doing all the mental blah blah, trying to figure out these thoughts and feelings, but they're already happening. It's too late. There's nothing you can do about it. So at that point, when you're up in your head, blah, 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 you're just adding to the problem. The problem, which is not really a problem at the end of the day, these thoughts and feelings, right? These anxious thoughts and feelings is already there for you, right? Anything you add to that at that point up here with the blah, blah is not helping you. There's nothing you can do about the fact that you feel anxious. There's nothing you can do about the fact that you just had that negative intrusive thought. There's nothing you can do about the fact that your tired nerves took that negative intrusive thought and turned it into a bigger deal than it actually is. There's nothing you can do about any of that. What you can do, here's the ironic part, what you can do is you can stop trying to do something about it and just let the problem go away on its own. And this is what acceptance is. But here's the issue. Like I said, we start to fall under the false belief that there's something you can do about these thoughts and feelings. So you have a thought and you're like, blah, 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 blah. You're trying to solve it, debate with it, fight with it, argue with it, figure it all out. You have a feeling and it's blah, blah, blah. You're trying to fight with it, solve with it, argue with it, figure it all out. What are you doing at that point? You are just adding to the problem. You are just adding to the fire. You are just adding to the mess. You are just making a mess of the mess, right? So you're under the false belief that there's something you can do about these thoughts and feelings, but I'm here to tell you, think about it for a second. They're already happening. The thought is already there before you even realize that it's there. The feeling is already there before you even realize that it's coming. Right? You're in the situation that you're in the boat that you're in. We need to get you to a point where you realize, okay, it's already happening. There's nothing I can do about it. It's already happening. There's nothing I can do, but if I get involved, I'm just adding to, right? So you're under the false belief, and this is the false belief that keeps people in the situation that they're in. They're under the false belief that there's something they need to do about their anxiety symptoms when there's nothing they can do about it. It's already happening. They're under the false belief that they need to do something about the negative intrusive thought that they just had, but there's nothing they can do. It's already happened, right? So people get involved and they stick their hand in it and they try to do something about it, but they're trying to do something about something that has already happened, right? So it's always this continuous cycle of these thoughts and feelings are happening whether you like it or not, and then you try to do something about it and it's already happened, so now you're getting more stressed out and you're just adding to it. You're adding to it, you're adding to it, you're adding to it. You need to get to a point where you say, okay, I know the advice is just to live my life, show my brain what's up, show my brain the truth, right? And while these thoughts and feelings are there, treat them as okay, they're here, right? There's nothing I can do about it. This is fine. That's okay. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I need to do about it. We need to get you to that point, but we can't get you to that point. Okay, if you continue every time that you have a negative thought, every time you have an anxious feeling, if you continue to jump up in the head and do all this blah blah, we can't get you to the point where your nerves can start to feel some relief. We can't get you to the point where you start to break out of the cycle. We can't get you to the point where you start to give this brain a break, these nerves a break, if you continue to stick your hand in the pot. Okay, so to get you to practice this, you have to remind yourself when these thoughts and feelings are there, all right, they're happening. There's nothing I can do about it, right? It's too late. They're already happening. Okay? There's nothing I can do about it. And anything I try to do about it up here, all this blah blah, is just adding to it. It's stressing me the hell out, right? It's stressing me the hell out. If any of this mental blah blah worked, guys, would you be here? Would you be here in my chat today if any of this mental blah 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 worked? You wouldn't. You'd be on top of the world. You would have figured it all out. You would mastered everything, right? You used your mind against anxiety and all is well. You never found vacate fear because it worked, but it doesn't. It doesn't. If it worked, you wouldn't be here. So maybe at some point we have to realize that all the mental blah blah is only adding to the problem. And we know it is because we know that worry activates the stress response. So we have to get you to a point where you stop trying to mental blah blah your way out of this and realize that there's nothing you can do about it. Just live your life and it'll take care of itself. Once we get you to that point, you are golden. Once we get you to that point, you're off to the races. Once you get to the point where you lay down your arms completely and say, there's nothing I can do about this. I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried, and I fought, and I fought, and I fought mentally for I don't know how long, and it's never worked. So I'm going to lay down my arms. Whatever I feel today, I feel as far as anxiety is concerned. Whatever thoughts I have today, I have as far as anxiety is concerned. I have to lay down my arms at some point. It's not getting me anywhere. It's adding to the problem, and it's keeping my nerves stressed. It's keeping my brain tired. How am I supposed to teach my amygdala that all is well if I can't stop talking long enough for it to learn? If I can't stop adding the danger signals on top of the false alarm, so here's the false alarm, the anxious thoughts and feelings, you add extra danger signals with all the mental blah blah, how is anything supposed to relax? How is anything supposed to learn if you don't let it learn because you keep getting in the way by adding all the extra nonsense? Right? And that is the cycle. So we have to get you to a point where you adopt a mindset of, you know what, nothing I can do about it, right? Because there's not. There's not. And that sounds depressing. Some people might take that the wrong way and they say, well, why would you tell somebody that? I'm telling you that because that's the way out. I'm telling you that because you've tried to do something about it for years. I'm telling you that because you're keeping your stress response activated. I'm telling you that because the reason your brain can't learn and catch up is because you keep getting in the way, right? So if you want to heal, the two main keys are there. Live your life, let it all be. Live your life, stop fighting with it all, right? You're overcomplicating it, and I understand that's very common to do. You're overcomplicating the advice. No matter how simple I make it, that's going to happen. People are going to overcomplicate it. I get it, but I'm here to pull you back in, right? I'm here to pull you back in, sit you down, and say, look, we've got to get you to a point where you accept the fact that there is nothing you can do about your anxious thoughts and feelings. And once we get you to that point, you can start to accept these anxious thoughts and feelings and live your life. And as a result of that, the brain and the body will take care of itself. It's ready to heal if you would just get out of the way. It's ready to heal if you'd stop trying to problem solve. It's ready to heal if you'd stop making a big to do out of every thought and feeling that you have. I know they're uncomfortable and I know they can be intense, right? They're a false alarm. I get that. But we have to come to the point where we're honest with ourselves. How long have you been trying to do the mental blah blah, all of the mental figuring out against these thoughts and feelings? How long have you been trying to do that, and how far has that gotten you? Not very far, because if it worked, you wouldn't be here. So I'm here to tell you there is nothing you can do about your anxious thoughts and feelings, and that's the best news that you'll ever hear. Because the moment you stop trying to do something about your anxious thoughts and feelings and you just live life while they're there, your brain will start to learn. It's ready to heal, your body's ready to heal, your mind is ready to heal if you would stop adding to the problem. If you get a cut on your arm and you keep sticking your fingers in it, it's not going to heal. If you break your leg and you keep hopping up and down on it, it's not going to heal. It's the same concept. When you're having these anxious thoughts and feelings and you get up here adding all the second fear, aka the worry, it's the same concept as hopping up and down on a broken leg, and then you say, why am I not healing? It's the same concept as sticking your fingers in a cut and say, why does it keep getting infected? Look, your body and mind don't need you. Your body and mind don't need you as far as anxiety is concerned. They can take care of it. It'll take care of it. These thoughts, these feelings, they'll take care of themselves if you'll stop adding to the problem. If you'll stop adding to the problem, the body and mind are ready to heal. You just keep getting in the way, right? And that's the message. We got to get you to a point where you say, there's nothing I can do about it. It's already happening. All I can do is add to the problem. You've got to retire from the job of adding to the problem so that everything can start to relax, right? So, I know when you start to go down that route of obsession, that is a rabbit hole. I know that it's tempting. I know that it's tempting. I know that it's tempting, right? But we got to get you to a point where you can accept the fact that there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the best news that you'll hear all day. Because as soon as you start to accept the fact that there's nothing you can do about it, just look at your past. Obviously, there's nothing you can do about it. You stop trying to do something about it. You live your life, and these things take care of themselves. The brain and the body, they start to heal. They're ready to heal. They're willing to heal if you'll just stop adding to the problem, right? And that's exactly what Dr. Claire Weeks meant by second fear, right? She understood that you're just adding to the problem. And if we can get you to stop adding to the problem, the body and mind will do what the body and mind does best, which is heal, relax, right? But we've got to get you to the point where you accept the fact that there's nothing you can do about these things while they're happening. And the harder you try, the more stressed you become. And the harder you try, the more you obsess. Just live your life instead, right? And that's always been the two main keys for that reason. So, I think I've said everything I want to say, chat. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to head on over to the post stream, see what's up with you guys today, answer some questions, read some comments. Thank you again so much, Owen, for the $25 tip before the stream started. Dude, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Owen. Let's switch on over to the post stream. Hopefully someone out there takes something from the stream and gives up the fight, man. Hopefully we can get you to give up that fight so you can start to relax a little bit, right? It's not always going to be easy. You're going to have to go through the anxiety. You're going to have to go through the thoughts. But if you stop fighting against them, the brain is going to learn. The brain is going to learn. AC, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. What's up, Kate? What's up, APC? Welcome. Bit of blah blah today. It's a habit, dude. It's a habit, man. It is a habit, Stuart. You know, don't be too hard on yourself, but understand that it is a habit. You need to catch that habit. You need to break that habit. You need to catch that habit. You need to break that habit. All right, guys. Let's see what we got here. It's a metaphor, man. It's, you're thinking way too far. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. If you get a nasty cut on your arm, right? What do? You take care of it, and then it heals. The point of the metaphor is the anxiety. Technically, I mean, since we're being technical here, I guess anxiety is not an actual cut on your arm, obviously, right? Right? But the point is, there's nothing you can do about the anxiety. You can't go to the doctor and he stitch your arm up. You can't go to the doctor and he clean it up with whatever, right? The metaphor basically is saying, look, in this case, there's nothing you can do about it. Let it heal. Right? So yes, yes, if you get a cut, you should clean it out and do all that good stuff. Absolutely. But the point is, once you do that, just let it heal. That's kind of the point of the metaphor there. You think too much, man. You think too much, which is the issue. I mean, we obviously know that's the issue, right? Um, but for example, we can't even give a metaphor without you overthinking it. We've got to work on this habit. We have absolutely got to work on this habit. It's what's keeping you here. It's what's keeping your stress response alive. You know, it's the cycle that never ends. It's the cycle that never ends, and we want so badly to get you to the point where you realize that there is not a fucking thing you can do about your anxiety. Your thoughts, your feelings, there's nothing you can do about it. You're adding to the problem, and that's why you stay in the cycle. But here's the good news. The fact that there's nothing you can do about your anxious thoughts and feelings means that if you leave it alone, you can finally rest. If you leave it alone, the body and mind will take care of itself. How do we tell the difference? You never need to listen to anxiety. Unless there's a bear sitting in your lap ready to rip your fucking throat out, you don't need to listen to anxiety. You will know how to feed yourself. You'll know how to take care of yourself. You'll know what you need to do in life when those moments come. You'll know. Trust yourself a little bit. Stop wondering what the difference is. Anxiety is anxiety. If you know that you need to get up and eat, get up and eat. If you know that you need to do this or run away from some real danger, you will. Right? So you need to trust yourself a little bit. You need to trust yourself a little bit. You're absolutely capable of making good decisions in life without having to break down and investigate every anxious feeling that you get. When you need to make a good decision, the good decision will be made one way or the other. You'll have to make a decision. Life has a weird way of forcing you to make decisions. You will make the decision, trust yourself to make the decision, but trying to break down every anxious thought and feeling that you have is a complete waste of time. In fact, you're going to be much worse off in the long run if you try to look at life as something that needs to be solved, right? So when these things happen, if you're in real danger, you'll take action. When you're in need of something, you'll do that thing, right? But see, when you start to obsess about it, you start to lose faith in yourself. You start to lose faith in your own ability. You fall down this really, really deep, 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 dark rabbit hole. And now, not only are you confused, but you're absolutely stressed and sensitized. So you're making it so much worse on yourself than it has to be. When you need to take action in life, you will take that action. Believe me, when there's something that needs your action, you'll take it. Right? You got to have a little bit more faith in yourself. So, you say without that feeling, it'd just be like whatever. I don't care. It's infected. Then I drop dead. But you know that there's action to take there. Go take it. Right? In real life, you know when there's action and you know when action is needed, right? But all of this trying to investigate and break down every thought and feeling you have is miserable. It's absolutely miserable. So, we got to get to a point where you're like, okay, when action needs to be taken in my life, I'll take it. But trying to break down and investigate every negative thought and feeling, that's going to put you in the grave a lot sooner than septic shock. Right? So, we need to get to the point where we're like, okay, this worry, this obsession, this stress, man, it's stressing me out. You live one life. You don't have to have everything nailed down to this perfect science, right? Trust yourself a little bit. Believe in your ability to make decisions, right? And I know that's hard. That can be hard because, like you said, I don't trust myself. I get it. But let's get you to a point where we do less obsession. Let's get you to a point where we accept the anxious thoughts and feelings, right? right? We don't investigate so much. We'll start to earn that trust back in yourself, right? You'll start to see through the bluff, through the illusion. You can't see through it as long as you're trying to fight your way out of it. So once we get you to a point where you continue practicing this, you'll get to a point where you're calmer and you're more rational, and you'll be like, you know what? I trust in my ability to take on whatever life throws my way, right? I trust in my own ability to take on, if there's action that needs to be taken in my life, I'll take it. So as we get you to the point where you start to heal and you become more rational, you'll start to see that. You'll be like, holy crap, I didn't realize just how this anxious state put me in such an obsession, right? I didn't realize how these things were not as important as my mind was making them out to be, right? Right? So let's see. I'm deaf obsessing. So habit, man, habit. We need to work on it. Yo, what's up, Wonder Bro? What's up, Tony? Tony's a perfect example of what it means to accept your thoughts and feelings and live your life and stop trying to do so much investigation. Tony's making great progress. Very proud. Very, very proud. Sanchez, man, keeping the Halloween spirit alive. I love it. All right, let's see here, guys. let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we got. um. All right. Comments, comments. Who'd I miss? Who'd I miss? Well, that's like a common mistake to make, right? That's like a common mistake to make. We think that worry is beneficial. We think that worry is going to prevent something from happening, right? So that's the false belief that keeps a lot of people doing it. But here's the thing: if something's going to happen, it's going to happen, and then people say, "Well, yeah, but I could have prevented it." Well, no. Well, no. There's decisions that need to be made in life, and of course, you're going to make the best decision that you feel. But at the same time, you can't predict everything that's going to happen. At the same time, you can't check all the boxes, and the more you try to do that, the more stressed out and miserable you become. So, this worry pretends to be helpful, but it's not. The worry pretends to be useful, but it's not. Make the best choices, let it go. Make the best choices, let it be, right? Because all of this extra worry is just making you miserable. So it's a very common and big false belief that we need worry, which is absolutely not true. You can make the best choices for yourself, right? You can make the best choices, but then you got to let it go. Um, let's see, Thomas, dude, Thomas, thank you so much for the $2 tip, man. I'm not like at the actual stream at the moment, so like I can't see what user you use there, but thank you so much, dude. Don't let me forget to add that to the total. Let's see. I agree with you, AC. I'm gonna agree with you on that one, and I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, not all the time, but 9 times out of 10, at some point while being sensitized, most people kind of have that fear. Um, we know what we need to do with it. We got to get out of the way. We got to get out of the way. Stop adding to the problem, right? Thanks. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tony. Thank you, dude. I'm late. What's up, Perp? What's up, Omar? Welcome. Yeah, so, worry pretends to be so useful. It pretends to be so useful. But understand when there's action that needs to be taken in your life, you'll take it. You'll take it. You got to have trust in yourself. But all of the worry and obsession that you do beforehand is not fixing anything, it's not solving anything. In fact, most of the time when we're presented with something in the moment, something real that we have to make a decision on, 9 times out of 10, sorry for the burp, we don't even take into consideration all the worry that we did. Like we just make the best choice. Does that make sense? So a lot of people spend a lot of time doing a whole lot of worry, and then if the thing they're worried about even happens, that's important to consider too. If it even happens, they just go off of that moment. What they think is best in that moment. They don't even take the time to consider all the worry that they did. So completely useless. Completely useless at the end of the day. Um, you know, that's the way it goes for most people. I did all of this worry leading up to this thing that could have happened. The thing actually did happen. Oh no. Well, what'd you do in that moment? Well, I just made the best choice, I guess. Wait a minute. You didn't sit down and take into consideration all the worry that you did months prior? Well, no. I made a choice in that moment. Well, then why'd you waste your time? Right? Why'd you waste your fucking time? Right? And then, of course, like I said, you also have to take into consideration the fact that the thing's probably not going to happen anyway. So there's, no matter which way you turn it, look at it, spin it, none of it's useful. None of it's useful. It never is. All right, let's see. Wonder Bro, 42 left to go. Nah. Sanchez is trying to take it up to 69 again today. Makes me extremely happy that more people are talking about acceptance. Yeah, it's becoming more and more popular because people are starting to wake up to the fact that all of this obsession, fighting with, arguing with, debating with, is not working. They're starting to wake up to that, and we're starting to realize that if we would get out of our own ways, the body and the mind will take care of itself. People are starting to realize how the obsession, fighting, arguing, debating, all of that crap is just not working. Right? And people are really starting to wake up to that. So you're starting to see acceptance become more and more popular, and I love it. I love it. Hey, that's the right attitude to have, Tony. That's the right attitude to have, dude. Keep it up. Let's see. I'm 80% recovered, but sleep is still an issue instead of symptoms being there 24/7. Comes once in a while, so that's pretty normal. During day or intense when I don't get enough sleep, it seems like I have fatigue. Now, that's pretty normal. You're going to have a bit of a tug of war, so usually what happens is you start at the bottom of the barrel, you feel really, really rough, and then as you start to heal, you start to experience more of a tug of war. So, very normal. Nothing that you said there strikes me as anything but normal, actually. No, I haven't added the tip yet. I haven't gotten back to the PC to do that just yet. I will though. I will when I get back there. No. Thank you for not letting me forget. Mint, I appreciate it. On screen it's 25, but where we are technically is 27. We're at 27. I've got a $2 tip that I need to add to that. All right. Let's do that. Thank you for not letting me forget. 27. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Did I miss any comments get held today by the fantastic lovely bot? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Also, let's get some music going. I'm gonna try to pick something different today so we can mix it up a little bit. Hopefully this sounds all right. Uh, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Okay. Okay, wait. It's not bad. Not bad. All right, we'll go with it. That's why Sanchez said 42 left. Yeah, Sanchez is trying to. Sanchez tries to run it up to 69. um. All right, let's see here. Also, guys. Also. Ooh, what was that? That scared me. That scared me a little bit. Mint with the $4 tip. Thank you so much, Mint. Says appreciate your advice. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for respecting yourself enough and caring about yourself enough to want to break these bad habits. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for choosing me to kind of help you with this. And, I do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $4 tip. Mint, you're doing good. You're doing good. You really are. I just want to level with you for a second. You're doing good and you're making progress. I know that the obsession, the second fear, the worry, whatever you want to call it, I know that it's easier said than done to get out of this habit. I realize that. But you've come a lot further than you think. You've come a lot further than you think. I know it's very tempting to go down these rabbit holes. I know your mind is telling you, oh, yeah, but you need to do this or this could happen. I know it gives you that ultimatum, right? And I know that it suckers you in from time to time. I get it. But I'm here to try to be the voice of reason to tell you, hey, men, we're going to live life and we're going to figure things out as they come and we're going to make the best decisions that we can make. But we don't need to do all this obsession because it's making you miserable and you deserve to live a better life, right? Right? So I know sometimes I come off as a little bit aggressive, I guess, when I'm on my rants. You guys know that about me. But it's just because I want to get through to you. I want to get through to you. I want to get through everybody in chat. I want you guys to live a better life than you're living. And sometimes you need to be told straight up, straightforward, no BS, because otherwise you're just going to make the same mistakes you've always made. So, but yeah, you're doing great. Thank you so much for the $4 tip. Thank you so much to, I believe it was Tom, and thank you so much to Owen. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you. 60 what? Sanchez Sanchez has had this thing for the past like 2 or 3 streams where he wants to get the tip goal to 69. So and he's done a good job at it. He has not failed. So that's my boy. That's my boy Sanchez. Full chat today. Yeah, so afternoon streams seem to be where it's at. I'm starting to learn that. Afternoon streams seem to be what's popular, so I'm trying to do the streams around this time. I'm trying to make it into a thing. I'm doing my best. How have you been, Kate? I mean, the fact that we're on a 46-day streak is just insane to me. I appreciate the shit out of it, guys. You have no idea. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. I really, really do. But what's up, Jesse? How you doing, bro? Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to drop the link to our Discord for anybody who wants to join us over there. Awesome little community. A little wild. They're a little wild, but it's an awesome place to be. Let's see. There we go. Anybody who wants to join us on Discord, feel free. Also, guys, take just a second. Give this stream a like. Give this stream a like. We've been growing pretty strong here recently, so let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. I've been good, just sticking to it. That's what I like to hear. It's not always going to be the easiest thing in the world to face anxiety, to face these anxious thoughts and feelings without resorting to fighting, arguing, horror stories, debating, all this other crap. You know, it's not always going to be the easiest thing in the world, right? But if you stick with it, if you dedicate to it, it gets better. It gets better and it gets easier. It gets better and it gets easier. It's very tempting, very tempting. One of the most tempting things in the world to resort to second fear. What is second fear? It's all that mental blah blah that you do, right? Let's just throw it all under the same umbrella here. Let's not be confusing. Second fear is all the mental blah blah that you do, right? So we need to get you to a point where you get out of your own way, live your life, and while you're triggered with these thoughts and feelings, stop adding the mental blah blah so that you stop pouring and pouring and pouring danger signals on top of things, right? That's what keeps you in the cycle. I definitely needed this kind of voice of reason for a long time, I think. Don't really have... Oh shit, what was that? APC, thank you, dude, so much. Don't really have anyone around here to be that kind of role model for my attitude to worry. It's understandable, Mint, and that's why I try to be very straightforward. That's why I try to be very straightforward. You know that I'm coming from a place of just genuinely caring for, you guys and wanting to see you guys make progress. So sometimes when you genuinely care about someone in their progress, you have to be straightforward. There's no way around it, or else, said person is just going to continue to make the same mistakes, right? That's what I've learned. that unless you're straightforward and you put it very simply and very kind of in your face, right? There's a chance that said person is just not going to listen. And if I can't get you to listen, I can't get you to make progress. So, but I'm glad. I'm glad I could be that for you, Mint. And I hope you continue to make progress because you are making progress. APC, thank you so much for the $2 tip. I appreciate you. That puts us at what, chat? 33. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. It's good to be back. I missed you guys. I did. Hey, what's up, Mikey? Mikey? What's up, dude? No, I get what you're saying, Mint. Absolutely, I get what you're saying. Wonder Bro, I'm talking to this fine-ass girl. Give me good pickup lines, homie. Alright, let's see here. Good pickup lines. AC's talking to this fine-ass girl. Needs some good pickup lines. Okay. Ask her. No, that might be a little bit too much for stream. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to cross any lines. Brennan, Brennan with the $2 tip said, I said I didn't want salmon. I said it 4 times. Thank you so much, dude, for the $2 tip. I appreciate you. That's a Step Brothers reference, right? Am I wrong? That's a Step Brothers reference, I believe. I've got some good pickup lines, dude. I do, but I don't want to cross any line. I don't know. They're kind of vulgar. What is chat talking about? Pink rock. Don't forget the pink rock. The pink rock. I'm going to shove a pink rock up my ass when I meet her and hope it helps. I have no clue what you guys have been talking about in the Discord, but I'm not even going to ask. Not even going to ask. You know what? Shoving a pink rock up your ass? That's actually pretty tame compared to some of the things I've seen on the Discord Hangout chat. So we'll just roll with it. Yeah. We'll just roll with it. Shove pink rock up your ass. I know it's only $2, but you help so many people daily. I just wanted to help you out a little. You're actually awesome, my friend. I'll donate more when I got the money for sure. Do not feel obligated, but thank you so much for the $2, dude. It's not, you know, it's not the amount, man. You know, I appreciate it regardless. I appreciate it regardless. Like, you didn't have to do that. So, do not, you know, do not feel obligated. Do not feel like, you know, any sort of way. Just thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Stuart. They're not exactly viewer friendly. I mean, to be fair though, we've never exactly been viewer friendly here. We haven't. Like, as far as being tame, I feel like chat's pretty untame. I feel like we're not very tame at all, which is fine with me. I know that, you know, some people might be offended by that, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm not, you know, who I am. I curse and I'm vulgar, but at some point, you know, I got to draw some lines. So if you want some pickup lines, I'll send you some pickup lines on the Discord. We'll keep it out of the main chat for now. Rock collection, that some people assign properties to different minerals. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I see where this is going. Yeah, if we want to do pickup lines, let's do it on the Discord. You know the spiritual girls that believe in crystals and shit? Well, the pink one attracts love. Oh, okay. Okay, so that explains the pink rock up the ass. All right. Well, I'll try that at some point. No, the streams have never been viewer friendly. I've always just very much been, you know, myself. So they're not viewer friendly, but you know, I try to, what's a good way to put this? I'm not viewer friendly, but I try to put a limit on that. There we go. I'm not viewer friendly. I do try to put a limit on it though. I think people can appreciate that, right? I mean, granted, over time, since I've been doing this, I have had a few comments here and there. I'm not gonna lie, from people like that are offended and they're like, "Why do you curse so much?" Or I don't like the fact that you get loud sometimes, right, when you're giving advice or whatever. Like I've had people approach me and say that, but I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm doing me. I'm being myself. I'm teaching the way I teach, and I'm saying the things I'd say if I was talking to just a friend, right? So I don't know what to say about it. Hope it doesn't offend too many people, right? But at the same time, it's not going to change. So if it does offend you, don't really know what to say about it. What cheese is better, Old English or cheddar? Cheddar. Or does a headache fall into the feel it to heal it category? Should I take some fucking Motrin for it? That's up to you. That's up to you. There's, if you've got a headache, you want to take a Motrin, take a Motrin. But we gotta keep you on the two main keys, right? Regardless, we gotta keep you on the two main keys. Regardless, we gotta work on the main bad habit here, which is the second fear, aka the worry. So whether or not all these little things, should I take a Motrin? Should I not take a Motrin? I don't know. You decide. But as long as I've got you following the two main keys, if that's what you want to do, then that's what I care about, right? I love when you curse. Get your point across. I live for those streams. I mean, I understand where some people are coming from, right? They're like, I'm sensitized. I don't really want to hear you being loud or cursing. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, yes, you are sensitized as a result of bad habits that need to be broken. I need to get my point across for you to break those bad habits. And if it helps me to get my point across, to get a little bit of loud and get a, curse a little bit, then that's what I'm going to have to do because that's where I feel like I'm teaching best and I'm getting my point across and I'm making it clear and I'm making it blunt. And I feel like you're going to get the most from that. So, although I understand when people are like, I don't like it when you curse so much, or I don't like it when you get loud, like, I get that, but we've got to make changes. Real changes need to be made here. We don't have time to worry about cursing and, oh, you're too loud. No, just listen to what I have to say, use it, and let's get you over this thing. Let's fucking forget about whether I curse or not. Forget about whether I'm too loud or not. Do you want to make real changes or not? Okay, let me get my point out. Take it, use it. We can get you over this thing, right? All right, let's see. Let's see here. What else we got in the chat? See, Google can be good for some things. Yeah, there you go. Google can be all right sometimes, just not Dr. Google, right? Google in general, very helpful on some things. Some things. Dr. Google, not so much. Can I have your picture so I can show Santa what I want for Christmas? Dude, come on. What do you think of people who, quote unquote, relapse? I think it's just a combination of bad habits, falling back into bad habits. Bad habits die hard. So, I think it's a perfect learning opportunity, and I think everybody has hope. Everybody can jump right back on the wagon. I think when that does happen, yeah, it's just a result of going back to bad habits and forgetting what you've learned. Well, not necessarily forgetting it, but not using it. But, no matter, we can get you right back on track. Well, if you're sick and need to stay in bed, then you're sick and need to stay in bed. Live life does not mean climb Mount Everest. When I say the two main keys are stop fighting with it all and live life, I mean live life accordingly, right? So if that means you're sick and you need to stay in bed because you actually have something wrong with you, right? Not anxiety, but actually something wrong with you, then stay in bed and rest. Live life just means live life accordingly, which means if you're sick and need rest, rest. Which means if you want to, if you want to get back into living life despite the anxiety, you need to do that. But in your current situation, you're sick and need rest, so get that rest. Live life accordingly. Just don't live life for the anxiety. That's all that live life means, When the two main keys are stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings, that means cut back on the worry, and the live life part just means live life accordingly. Not for anxiety, live life for you. That's all that means. People tend to overcomplicate it, right? I get that, I understand that, but when I say live life, I just mean do what you want to do, not what anxiety wants you to do. You being sick and needing to stay in bed has nothing to do with any of this, right? What do you do with physical symptoms that negatively affect those around you? They feel on edge, etc. Heal, heal. You know, first and foremost, don't worry about what other people have to say or think, right? Because that's just more obsession. Secondly, if you are worried about it, heal. That's the best way. That's the best advice I can give, because as a result of healing, you're going to deal with less and less of these physical symptoms, right? But as far as during the process, your anxiety makes other people uncomfortable. Fuck them, right? Who cares? Who cares? We don't want you obsessing about this thing. The main point of the advice is to cut the obsession, because you're keeping yourself in a stressed out cycle, right? So if you're worried about what other people have to feel or say about your anxiety, fuck them, right? And that's easier said than done. I understand that's easier said than done, but if you practice that long enough, you'll get to the point where you do less obsession, less worry, you start to make better changes, you'll become the person you want to be, and you won't have to worry about what other people think anymore. But during the process, you still don't have to worry about what other people think, right? We want to get you to a point where you accept the thoughts and feelings you're having without adding to the problem, and you live your life for you, not for the anxiety. So this falls right under that same umbrella there. Same advice applies. Same advice applies. We cut out the worry, we accept the thoughts and feelings, and we live life for us, right? Do you have a mirror in your pants? Because I see myself in them. Nice. Nice. That's the kind of pickup lines that I believe AC is going for here. Let me tie your shoes because I don't want you falling for anyone else. I'm gonna use that one. I think I'm actually gonna use that one, like right now. I'm gonna send that to my lady friend. She's at work. I doubt she'll reply right away, but if she does, I'll let you know what she says. All right, there we go. It's sent. It's sent. Let's see what happens. Hey, it doesn't matter when you get started, man. You said I'm 43, I'm working on it. Doesn't matter when you get started. Don't let your mind tell you that. We can make changes at any age. We can make changes to these habits at any time. And you should be proud of yourself. Accepting uncertainty is what it comes down to, really. I mean, basically, because people have these thoughts and feelings and they don't like the uncertainty they bring. The uncertainty being what might happen because of these feelings, the uncertainty being what might happen because of these thoughts. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, it really does come down to learning to accept uncertainty. I like that. I have a history of alcohol and drug taking, drug abuse. I mean, these things happen. We make choices. We don't always make the best choices. Things happen, but you're to a point where you're obviously wanting to improve. You're to a point where you're willing to take initiative. You're to a point where you're willing to make changes, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be here. You should be proud of yourself for that. There does come a time where we can learn from the past. There is a time where we can learn from the past, and we can say, here's the mistakes I've made in the past, here's what I don't want to do again. That's all good and stuff, right? But we don't want to live there. That's all good and stuff, but we don't want to live there. So you can look back on your past for a little bit, Realize what you've done. Realize what you don't want to do anymore. You know, you can learn from it, but we don't want you to live there. Are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you. That one's a classic. That one's a classic. Yeah, DMT. It's good to be back, baby. I missed you guys. I missed you. It's good to be back running my mouth again, man. Hey, yo, what questions do I ask to keep a conversation going? Get her talking. Get her talking. Ask her questions about herself, about her life. Get her talking. Ask her questions about things she would actually be interested in. What are people interested in? Themselves. Ask her questions about herself. One way is to be 100% miserable because then you can't get more miserable. So, you know, acceptance is laying down your arms. Acceptance is saying, I accept whatever comes, thoughts and feelings alike. Acceptance is saying, I'm no longer going to stay in the stressed out cycle. Acceptance is saying there's nothing I can do about it, which to some people sounds depressing, but it's actually very liberating when you're talking about anxiety, right? Not only is it true, but it's very liberating and it will lead to healing. So, if she doesn't answer you, I will be disappointed. That's high expectations. Yeah, what's your joke, old mate? Hit us with it. So, I've got some life news, right? So you guys know that I've been talking to somebody here recently, and we've spent quite a bit of time together. It's going really well. My news for you guys is she wants me to get on board, and I want to too. She wants me to get on board with exercising because she's like into it, and it wasn't. I mean, I guess it was her idea, but it wasn't because I was like, well, I could join you, and she was like, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. So I'm gonna join her on that. She's all for it. I'm all for it. So you know, you guys are gonna have to motivate me. You're gonna have to motivate me a little bit. Wonder Bro, did I just hear a soda open up? Maybe, maybe. Actually, you know what? That's a sparkling water. That's what we're gonna go with today. You didn't hear a soda. You didn't hear a soda. That was a sparkling water. Do it, Wonder Bro. I want to do it. Like she brought it up, like just talking about herself. She was like, "I'm gonna get back into exercising." I was like, That's awesome. I'll join you." And she was like, "That'd be really cool. We can motivate each other." So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Maddie, Maddie, thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate you. Maddie coming in with the $15 tip. You know what that means, chat? That means we are at tip goal. We have officially hit tip goal today. We are moving on to a 47. 47. Chat, we are 3 days away from 50. Absolutely insane. Can we give a round of applause in the chat, please? Thank you so much. Maddie, and everybody else today who has contributed. I appreciate you. Brennan, APC, Instant Mint, Tom, Owen, thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on to a 47-day streak. 47, chat, 47. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, Arnold, live your life means live your life accordingly. All live your life means is don't do what the anxiety wants you to do. If you're sick and you need rest, rest, dude. Like, that's a real thing. Don't overcomplicate the live your life part of the two main keys. It just means live accordingly. Live for you, not for the anxiety. That's all that means. Um, my new job is pretty cool, Wonder Bro. Hey, Tony, tell me about it, dude. I was thinking about that the other day, actually. Hello, Wonder Bro. What's up, Pooty? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're still doing well, making progress. Whoa, she's a good one, getting you into fitness. Yeah, like I said, she kind of brought up that she wants to get back into it or whatever, and I was like, hey, I can join you, and she was like, that would be awesome. You should really do that. So here we are. We're gonna start doing that. Yeah, like the water motivation. Sanchez, dude, you're giving me so much shit over that. Look, I promise. Well, actually, I don't promise, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try to drink more water. We're gonna cut back on the soda pops, especially now because you're gonna start exercising and stuff. So I need to cut back on the soda pop. Right? I'm gonna do my best. That's a good one. That's a good one, old mate. I'm behind on chat. I'm really behind. Working out is amazing for me now. I'm gonna give it a shot. During your journey, did you get obsessed about counting shit like while driving, counting? Yeah, it's just a form of obsession. It's just a form of obsession. That's all it is. You make the choice. Do the compulsion or don't do the compulsion, right? But yeah, that's very common, Pooty. Very common. I had my moments with that too. It's worth it, Wonder Bro. I know it is. Like I know it'll be worth it. Wonder Bro, we getting closer and closer to 69. Hey, we hit tip goal. The 69 thing. That's up to you. I hope it's not offensive, old mate. But did you enjoy drugs? I can't stand them. I don't know how people keep doing them. It's just it's preference. But at the end of the day, if people want to make better choices and go down a better path in life, of course I support that. Absolutely. Mint says, the exercise sounds great, but don't go too fast. You might get an injury. Right? Mint, stop worrying. Stop. Stop it. Let these thoughts and feelings go. Let them be. Don't add to them. I appreciate I appreciate you looking out for me though, man. I will do my best to not get a knee injury. Does anxiety cause a sufferer to have flat effect or bland, emotionless appearance? Well, I mean, you can feel drained, right? You can feel absolutely drained from so much obsession, aka second fear, right? You can feel absolutely drained. But as you work on these two main keys, you're going to get your emotions back. You're going to feel like yourself again. It does take a little bit of time, but keep at it. No try or don't, just do. Just do. Awesome, Wonder Bro. I know we are not to add to our anxiety symptoms or thoughts, but can we celebrate the good anxiety free symptom times? Of course. Of course, you're allowed to celebrate and be happy for your progress. Absolutely. As long as you're not adding a bunch of worry, second fear, you're living your life, you can do whatever you want to do, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Thank you for answering my questions, Vacate Fear. I often worry second fear about this very frequently, so let's work on that. Let's work on that. When you get these thoughts and feelings, change to a mindset of, okay, it is what it is. Try not to go down that rabbit hole. Live your life, right? Just accept it. It will burn itself up if you're no longer feeding it. Don't feed what you don't want to grow. It's what we always say here. Guys, recovery, it's a journey, but having someone like Wonderbrew who had that will guide really good as someone who never had it. Um, So I think what Pootie's trying to say is it feels nice to have someone who's been there, done that, right? I think everybody can agree on that. It feels nice to have someone to kind of point you in the right direction when they've been there and done that themselves, and I agree with that 100%. Thinking about writing. Okay. Okay, AC. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna work. The things we do for puss. No offense, Arnold, but I don't have to do much for puss. Dust the shoulders off. I'm doing this because I want to. I'm doing this because I need to. And to have someone to do it with, that makes me really want to do it. So I probably should have started on my own, but it's nice. It's nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to have someone to do it with. Give me a glass of wine and I'll do it. Hey, what's up, Greg? In the beginning when I started exercising like 10 years ago, it felt like shit, but when I got into the routine, my body started wanting it. I mean, this is not my first rodeo. Like that's another thing. This is not my first rodeo with exercise, right? Like I've done this before. I used to be pretty active, and I want to get back into it. I've always wanted to get back into it, so I understand what goes into it, and I get all that. I've done this before, but I'd like to stick to it this time. I just ignore it, so it's more like a compulsion then. Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like, Pooty. But you've got the right attitude. You've got the right idea. All right. Let's see. I have to work out for football. It's embedded into me now. It's a way of life. Yeah, I mean, all these healthy lifestyle changes are good. Don't expect them to get rid of your anxiety, right? We always like to say this is icing on the cake. This is a bonus. If you're doing a lot of worry, aka second fear, and you're not living life, you're doing what the anxiety wants you to do instead. If you're not training your brain, right, then all these other things kind of irrelevant. These things are good things. They're great things, but they need to be icing on the cake while you actively work on this second fear. I'm into fitness burger in my mouth. There you go, dude. Yes, I just left my brain counting. Eventually, you get tired of counting, not resisting. Always been doing it. I got behind on comments there for a second, so if I missed your comment, I apologize. Also, guys, also, real quick, I don't talk about this very often on the streams, but real quick, if any of you are interested in a coaching session, I do the phone coaching, the phone calls, Discord calls, whatever. If you're interested in that, get up with me. Toss me a DM, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Your best bet's probably the Discord or Facebook, to be honest. But get up with me. I'll do my best to get back with you. We can talk about it, right? We can talk about it. So that's just a little something extra that I offer. On top of the streams. And if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I don't really talk about that a whole lot, but I figured I'd throw that out there since chat's pretty full today. I don't trust it, Jesse. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I need to test that first. I need to test that first off stream, because I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. I don't trust it, Jesse. I don't trust it, dude. I don't know what that's gonna sound like. Alpha Kenny body? Wait, Alpha Kenny and one? I'm confused. I'm confused. Normally, I just talk to the person who's interested, Mint, and I see what works for them. That's normally what I do. Honestly, you're the only video chat I've ever had. Most people, I just do calls. That's usually what they ask for. So I normally just work with whatever works for them. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see. I see now. Real funny, Jesse. Real funny. Yeah, I mean, you're the only one, man. You're the only one. Normally, people just want to do a call. I guess because it's the same thing. In all seriousness, I'm glad for you to find this person. I always hope the best, no matter what you do. You got this. She already wants you involved with her things. I appreciate that, Jesse. Thank you so much, dude. I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I don't go into a whole lot of detail on the stream about it or whatever, but I'm pretty happy about it. I'm excited about it, and it's been really good. It's been really good. Thank you for that, Jesse. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it is meant like I never really considered that, but yeah, I'm sure for like second, third language, it makes it easier. So that's a good point. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against it if that's what somebody would want, but Jesse's being sweet today. I appreciate that. That made my heart happy. It really did. Thank you, Jesse. Do you want a trick to help them pick food faster? Yeah, give me a tip, Jesse. Give me some tips. Hey, Chris, you're the best, bro. I appreciate you working with me. Hey, appreciate it, dude. Anyways, I'm off. Have a good day slash night slash evening. Blah blah. I'm tongue tied. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Thanks, dude. Chat's been wild today, Kay. Chat has been wild today. It's been a fun one. Hey, Wonder Bro, I'm free from anxiety now, but I get caught in compulsive head scratching, which I can't even stop. I am no more fearful since 3 months, but this month I can't stop this habit. Well, when it comes to habits that we want to break, how do we go about doing that? We just have to have the determination, right? Sanchez! Sanchez! You had to do it. He had to do it. He couldn't help himself. Sanchez just took the tip goal to 69, man. He couldn't help himself. He just had to do it. Hey, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much, Sanchez. Thank you so much. We're at 69 again today. We're at 69 again today, thanks to Sanchez. I think that's, what, 3 streams now? 3 streams in a row where we have went to 69. All thanks to Sanchez. So thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much, Sanchez. Thank you so much to everyone else that contributed. Real mature, chat. Real mature. I appreciate the shit out of it, though. I appreciate the shit out of it, man. I do. I do. We got the admin. We got an admin or a moderator, whatever you want to call it, encouraging the chat to spam 69. So I sure know how to pick them. I'm joking. I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys crack me up. You really do. Gotta get rid of the mental blah blah, Craig. No more. Stop talking to yourself. Let these thoughts and feelings do as they will. Stop getting involved mentally, man. You know this. You already know this, but you got to get practicing this at some point. I believe in you. I believe in you. Yo, I got a question. What's up, Tony? No one will dare to tip anymore now. Peer pressure. Nobody can tip or you're going to mess up Sanchez's 69 3-day streak of 69. Hey, habits die hard. I'm glad that you're doing better with your anxiety. You say that you got a habit of head scratching now. The only way to break a bad habit is what, chat? Determination. You got to see it right through, right? You can work on that. I'm glad you're doing better with your anxiety overall, though. That's what I'm here for. But as far as any other habits in your life that you want to break, if you want to break them, let's break them, right? There's only one way to do that. You just got to go for it. Old habits die hard. Do you think DPDR is the last thing to actually leave? Well, everybody's symptoms can be a bit different, Tony. I think if you continue going down the path you're going and not adding that worry, aka that second fear, you're absolutely going to see a decrease, and you're going to start to see these things fade, like you already have, right? We just need to keep you on the right track. So, although everyone's symptom set can be different, if you keep going down the road you're going, you will start to see the symptoms start to fade more and more. You're on the right track. You honestly, in the grand scheme of things, have not been at it that long. So the fact that you've made so much progress in such a quick amount of time, that's amazing. Pat yourself on the back. Do not fall into obsession about what symptoms might still be lingering. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working, right? Because it's working. My mother-in-law passed suddenly 5 days ago. I hate to hear that, Sam. Sorry for your loss. Been struggling since after doing some good second fear work before that. Now it just feels like I'm stuck. Life throws curveballs your way. That's life, right? We can't predict what's going to happen, and sometimes unfortunate things do happen. But you know what? This is the perfect opportunity for you to practice. This is not a bad thing, right? This is not a bad thing. This is a perfect opportunity for you to practice. So life does throw us some curveballs. Things happen, unfortunate things happen, and we can't just say, "Oh, well, there goes my anxiety recovery. There goes me practicing this. You know, something bad happened, so I got to stop practicing." You know, we can't do that because unfortunate things do happen from time to time. They do, right? That's life. But that doesn't mean we can just say, "Okay, well, time to give up on everything I've been learning." Right? In fact, it's while you're going through these unfortunate situations that you need to practice even more what you already know, right? That's one thing I learned during my journey is that no matter what my life situation is, because it wasn't always the best, I'll be honest. No matter what my life situation is, you can't just stop practicing because of that. In fact, when you're going through these things, like I said, that's when it's time to keep practicing more than ever. Okay, when they won't pick fast, you say to her, "You know what I've been craving." When she says no, say, "Take a guess." Whatever she says is what she wants. There you go. All right, I'll take a mental note of that, Jesse. I got it. I got it. Want to hear my silly line for the girls? Hit us, old mate. Hit us. Hey, there's nothing you can do about it, D-Nun. Nothing you can do about it. Probably not going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So all the obsession that you do over these thoughts and feelings, you're doing it because you think you can problem solve it, but there's nothing you can do about it. So at the end of the day, you're just making yourself miserable for no reason. We really want you to realize that, right? And we want you to dedicate to what you've learned here so that you can get yourself out of this mental hamster wheel that's not changing anything, that's not improving anything, but it's just absolutely the root of your problems, right? Yeah, absolutely, Kay. Yeah, and again, Sam, I hate to hear that, dude. I hate to hear that. But, but, what am I here for? I'm here to keep you on track. I'm here to tell you, you know, I hate to hear, about your loss. Hope, I hope that things start to get better for you. But at the same time, I am here to also tell you we got to keep you on track. Unfortunate things happen, but we've got to keep you on track. We've got to keep you dedicated to what you know, right? Now more than ever. Okay, here's my line. If I told you you had a sexy body, would you hold it against me? There you go. All right. You guys are killing me with the cheesy pickup lines today. You really are. I don't know if I'll ever use any of these, but hey, if I ever need them, I got them. I did send my lady friend the one about tying the shoes. That was funny. That was funny. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're an hour and a half into this thing, so I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead, shut it down here. I hope you guys take something from this today. Hope you get encouraged and motivated, man. Live your life, face these thoughts and feelings, and stop adding the second fear, right? I love you guys. Retrain that brain. I'll see you again very, very soon. And until next time, as always, wait, hold up, hold up. We got to pull our song up. I almost forgot to do that. We've got to get our song going. Hold on, hold the phone. Hold the phone. All right. Hey, make sure you guys toss this stream a like if you enjoyed it. It really does help. All right, until next time, guys, as always, I love you. Stay awesome.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own cold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it, it die, yeah. Did it die. Did it die. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a lowlife, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold